Hey, how's it going? Mike Marin here, and welcome to the AI Marketing Business Training. So first of all, pumped to have you with me here. So just want to say congratulations on investing in yourself. I do not take that investment lightly. And with that said, I just want to welcome you to the program. So in this program, we're going to go over how you could go out and make $10,000 a month or more leveraging AI in helping small businesses get customers. So I'm going to show you how to do this while doing it completely remote, working with just a laptop, a phone, artificial intelligence, and by going out and creating and renting virtual marketing assets to small business owners. And I'm very particular on that language because we really want to be creating assets. And my goal is to show you how to do this without any prior experience. How do you go out and do this without any proof, without any testimonials, right? You're not an expert, and how to do it without a niche. And I'm actually going to show it to you in case study format, as I'll show you in a second. But this is a business you could do with zero technical skills on a shoestring budget, right? You could do this without ads. You could do this without any inventory. So it's not like drop shipping, Amazon FBA, and you could do it with extremely low overhead anywhere in the world, which really gives you the freedom to travel and really turn this into a lifestyle business if that's what you want. Or, part of what's great about what I'm going to show you is you can do this with very limited time. Obviously, the more time you put into this, the more you will make. But, you could take this as little or as big as you want. You could do this as a side hustle. You could do it part-time. You could do this as a new career. You could do this and replace your job and go full-time with it. Or you could go massive and build a really big business around these skill sets. So I'm going to teach this to you. I'm going to give you some theory, but what I want to do is I really want to show this to you in case study format, right? And I want to show you how I brought in $129,700, so about $130,000 in 60 days by selling virtual marketing assets to small businesses. And I want to show you how to do that without spending a dime on advertising or cold calling, without any proof, and how I did it with one employee and a part-time VA with 75% margins. Okay. So, and again, I'm not expecting you to believe anything yet. I know this may sound like hype to you. It may sound, too good to be true. So just bear with me here. I'm going to demonstrate this entire process to you. You can hear me close on the phone. I'm going to show you the cold email that I used for this case study, everything, right? This right here is from my PayPal account right here. And again, you can see it's $129,700 in just under 60 days. So let's get going with the facts here, right? So here are the facts. There are 33.1 small businesses in the United States of America right now. There's 400 million small businesses in the world. That's 400 million with an M, right? Since 2010, there's been a 50% increase in small businesses, which means it's a massively growing market. And here's the deal. And this is in 2020, on average, there's 4.7 million businesses every year. So we cannot saturate this opportunity that I'm talking to you about, because there's so many of them coming out every year. Now, according to the U.S. Bureau of Statistics, right, about 45% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. 65% of them fail within the first 10 years, and only 25% of new businesses make it in 15 years or more. And really, at the end of the day, when you look at the research, you look at the statistics, right? Why do these businesses fail, right? They fail because, number one, they do not bring in enough cash flow, right? They simply don't make enough money to survive. And according to SCORE, right, 82% of small business, and I found this up the U.S. Chamber of Content. I'm going to put in the references. 82% of them fail because of cash flow problems, which is another way of saying they don't bring in enough sales. And while this is all very factual, behind this metric is ruined lives, right? It's ruined relationships. I'm sure you've all been in an Uber, and you hear the story of the Uber driver, and they had a business, and it went gone. There's a lot of small businesses that fail, and behind those are actual real people. And this is a massive problem. So really what we're going to do is, and the call to arms is really you becoming a hero to small businesses. And what you're going to do is you are going to get paid to save them and to get them customers by building marketing assets with the help of AI and also reducing a labor cost. So getting things done faster with AI. If you look at the average small business, again, like I said, they fail because they don't bring in enough customers. The other thing is they fail because their labor costs are too high. So if they do have a marketing person, right? If they do have staff, they're spending too much money for them. So, average labor cost of a small business, 20 to 50%, average profit margin 7-10%. So even if we could come in and just use AI to reduce some of that marketing expense for them, they're going to pay you handsomely. Because here's the deal, right? This is a big, big, big problem. And the amount of money that you make will always be directly correlated with the problems that you can solve. Small problem, small pay, right? If you're a janitor and you're solving a small problem of cleaning an office, small pay. Big problem, such as saving humanity and getting them on the moon, like what Elon Musk is doing, big pay, right? So big problem, big pay. This is a big, big problem that this many businesses are failing. So again, entry-level marketing is $49,000 a year. That comes out to about $4,500 a month, right? And here's the deal, right? We live in a time where we really want to harness AI, because if you look at these stats by McKinsey, 400 to 800 million people will lose their jobs due to AI by 2030. Right? You can pull up the source on here. Google McKinsey. They did a study, one of the top consulting firms. And here, the reality of this is this, right? AI will not replace humans. Humans using AI will replace humans. And the key to using AI is, and what I'm going to show you in this course, is not using it in a gimmicky way, right? It's not about making creepy videos or clones of my voice, right? Although those are getting better, right? It's applying AI in a realistic way to proven business models. AI at this point in the game, and it's getting better, is not a capable problem solver. It's a booster, right? If you read this article below by Mark Cuban, he actually goes to say, my dog is a better problem solver than AI. What AI does do well, and what we will cover, is the ability to enhance what we're already doing. And to quote Mark Cuban, right, there are only two types of companies in the world: those who are great at AI and everybody else. Okay? If you don't know AI, you are going to fail, period, end of story. Whether you are an employee, you have to understand it and how it impacts your job and how it can make you better at your job. Or if you're a CEO, you have to understand it because it will have a significant impact on everything you do. There is no avoiding it. And what's crazy is as of right now, only about 25% of businesses in the US have adopted AI technology, whereas another 43% are exploring its potential future use. And what this shows you is that 75% of small businesses right now are not using AI yet. So this is a massive opportunity for you to come in and help. Number two is the AI boom, right? That's what I'm calling this, will create more millionaires than the internet boom. So if you think about the internet in the 2010s started to create a record number of millionaires. 1,700 new millionaires were created every day in the 2010s, right? If we look at and that's a quote from Google CEO here, he said, AI is one of the most important things humanity is working on. It is more profound than, electricity or fire. That's how big of a deal this is. And if we look right here, it's already starting to take place. As this technology comes out, there's going to become more and more new millionaires. And in 2023, there's 5,000 new millionaires were created every day by people starting to harness this technology. So at the end of the day, the right timing is everything, okay? There are so many opportunities that come and go. But at the end of the day, if you can catch trends early and learn in-demand skills, which is what this program is about, you can rise above any situation that you're currently in. And, I always say this, like, there's wrong timing, right? You wouldn't want to start Blockbuster Video today. Like, you just wouldn't want to do it. The timing has came and went. It was brilliant when it started. However, no one's got a VHS player anymore. So getting the timing right in business is very, very important. And this right here, this comes from a book that is called Crossing the Chasm. Really good marketing book in Silicon Valley. And it goes over how, like, in the very beginning, you have the innovators, then you have your early adopters, and then you got the early majority, late majority, and laggards. And that's how people use a technology. This is the technology, I think it's called the diffusion of innovation curve or some fancy name like that, right? But really, a new technology comes out, call it electric cars. You got your innovators, right? They're just buying the new iPhone. Then you got your early adopters. They kind of wait behind and they see, okay, is this working, right? And they're still willing to deal with like a subpar product, right? That's what it covers in the book. And then eventually, like, once all the kinks are worked out and they see like a ton of people have it, that's when the early majority and late majority get involved in the technology. And finally, you have your laggards, right? So if we look at the internet, like, there's people jumped on it right away. There was small business owners that jumped on it. Then you had your early adopters and they were figuring out, right? And then eventually, like, we're at a stage now where it's like, we're at the laggard stage of the internet, where if you have a business and you're not on the internet, you are very, very, very far behind. If you're not using social media, you are lagging. But when it comes to being an entrepreneur, it is the innovators and the early adopters that make the money. So whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, whether the early majority or the late majority, it's time to pause and reflect, as Mark Twain says. And here's also the good news, right? The good news is you don't need to be first, right? Google was not the first search engine, Archie was. Facebook was not the first social network, Friendster was. However, you have to be on the trend early and you have to get the timing right. So the right timing, right? Jeff Bezos completely timed the internet perfectly. Started a little company that you might know called Amazon.com, right? Started in 1994, right when the internet was popping off in the e-commerce niche, one of the richest men in the world, 1.9 trillion. Over to the right, we got Mark Zuckerberg, right? The timing of social media, he nailed it, right? If you try to start a social media company today, good luck, right? There's a time for everything. So 562.9 billion valuation. And then you got Uber, right? Started in 2009. Good luck starting a ride-sharing app today. He got the timing right, okay? So this is one of my favorite quotes, which will sum this up for you. First come the innovators, then come the imitators, and then come the idiots. So with regards to an opportunity, you always have to look and think, am I the innovator here, or am I an early adopter imitator, or am I being the idiot, right? Like, at the end of the day, there was a time to do affiliate marketing. There was a time to do drop shipping. There was a time to do FBA. There was a time to be a coach online when you could run a Facebook ad to a VSL and you got cheap phone appointments and you made a ton of money. There was a time to do rank and rent when it was brand new. And you could literally throw up a website, get a Google Maps done, and bang, it was to the top and you could sell those leads. However, in a lot of those businesses, ask yourself, am I the innovator? Am I an imitator? Or am I an idiot, right? And the key to success, if you really study billionaires, if you study people like Richard Koch, who talks about this in his book, his great book, The Star Principle. The key to success is, yes, it's the jockey, but more of it is about finding the right horse to ride. And Buffett says this in another way, which is, it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters what boat you get in. So pick the boat that creates the lifestyle you want. And ideally, you want something with a massive problem and you want growth. You want a growing market. You want to be in the early days of something. So at the end of the day, helping small businesses is the right horse. AI is the right horse. And to just look at this, the market size of AI in 2024 was 184 billion. The market size of AI by 2030 is expected to grow by 28.46%. In the STAR principle, you want to be in a growing market. A rising tide lifts all boats. So, guys, this is the right horse. You could do this whether it's, a new career, part-time, side hustle, full-time. Like in this time and space with the internet and AI and small businesses, this opportunity is so vast and so large. I think you'd be a fool not to get involved in it. Whether you're going to do it full-time, whether again, like you're going to do a part-time, a new career, just learning and having this skill set is going to be massive, because in this day and age, the ones that have the skills with the internet, specifically marketing and AI, and they understand how to do this, what we're going to teach you inside this program are the ones that create massive success, massive incomes for themselves, their family, and their businesses. So we are in an absolutely amazing time and space, and we're really standing on the shoulders of the giants. Like, we're using a proven business model. Why is Amazon a $1 trillion company? They connect buyers and sellers, and they get a percentage, right? Part of what you can do with this skill set is use marketing to be the middleman, to generate customers for small businesses, large businesses, really wherever. So Uber, 7 million drivers. They connect buyers and sellers, and they do it in an automated way. Airbnb, 5 million hosts on Airbnbs. They connect buyers and sellers and deliver customers to people who want to rent out their room. Guys, like I always like to say, one of my mentors said this: skills pay the bills. You can make as much as you want with this skill set. The money is there. The industries are there. The need is there. Let's get after it. You can get everything you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want, to quote the great Zig Ziglar. So with that said, again, welcome to the program. This opportunity is massive. Let's go. I'll see you in the next video.